Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children.
Evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
By the delay in starting, yeah, thank you, children.
Good evening.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening, children. Yeah, please start working the first one. How do you express square root of 8 in the exponential form?
And 2 root 2.
In the exponential form, correct. 2 root 2 is correct. In the exponential form,
2 power 3 by 2.
2 power 3 by
2 to the power 3 by 2. Yes. Then I think you have the idea to also proceed. Yes, what are the values of x and y?
X is 3 by 2, Y is 0.
What are the equations you got?
X plus Y is 3 by 2. X minus Y is 3 by 2.
X plus y is equal to 3 by 2 and x minus y is also equal to 3 by 2, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the others? All right, let's see the first and second answer together because I have the answers on the same page. So work the second one, finish the first one and try the second one, children. I have the first and second answers on the same page. So let's work both and then see the answers. Please try the second one if you finish the first one. The first one is just this, children. Root 8. Root 8 is nothing but 2 to the power 3 by 2. Now you know what the law of exponents says. When bases are same, you can equate the powers. So using this rule, you can construct the equations in x and y. When bases are same, we can equate the powers. So 2 to the power x plus y is equal to 2 to the power x minus y is equal to 2 to the power 3 by 2. Bases are same too. Equate the powers and solve for x and y. Just please try it if you haven't, and then try do the second one.
Ma'am, second one x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 6, ma'am.
X6, Y6, second one, no.
Okay, ma'am, I'll try, ma'am.
Yeah, please try again. Yes.
Ma'am, for second one is x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 by 2.
X is equal to 1 and Y is equal to 1 by 2. No, no, I don't have them. I have different values for X and Y. Please try again. Yes, children, hurry up.
Ma'am, is x is 2 by 3.
And what about the value of Y?
1, ma'am.
Yeah, that's right, Shreya. Very good. Shreya is right. The value of X is 2 by 3 and the value of Y is 1. So the first one, see, this is what is given to us. This is given to us. We write 8 in the exponential form. Square root of 8 in the exponential form, which is 2 to the power 3 by 2. You can see it here. Square root of 8 is nothing but 8 to the power 1 by 2. 8 to the power 1 by 2. Square root of 8 is nothing but 8 to the power 1 by 2. And 8 is 2 cubed. 8 is 2 cubed. So 2 cubed into 1 by 2. 2 to the power 3 by 2. Okay, so now when bases are same, you can equate the powers. So we have x plus y is equal to x minus y. On equating these two, see here, case 1. On equating, we have x plus y. Equate the powers because bases are same. So x plus y is equal to x minus y. And that gives you the value of y straight away. You can also have equations like x plus y is equal to 3 by 2 and x minus y is equal to 3 by 2. You can equate the powers. So here you can see we have equated x plus y and x minus y and the value of y is 0. And again, on equating these two, 2 to the power x minus y is equal to 2 to the power 3 by 2. This one. Case 2, 2 to the power x minus y is equal to 2 to the power 3 by 2. See, all the three are equal. All the three are equal. You can equate any two. So on equating these two, bases are same. So x minus y is equal to 3 by 2. But we already found y is 0. So on substituting, you can get the value of x. So the value of x is 3 by 2 and y is 0. See where you've gone wrong in the second one. see where we've gone down in the second one. I'm sure some of us have not reconstructed the equations in X and Y carefully. If that is your mistake, you need to really understand the equations properly. So see, 2 by x is nothing but 2 into 1 by x. 3 by y is nothing but 3 into 1 by y. And 1 by x is a, 1 by y is b. So 2a plus 3b is equal to 6 is the first equation in A and B, the first linear equation in A and B. And the next one, 1 by x we have, so that's 1 by x plus, it's 1 by 2y. The second term is 1 by 2y. 1 by 2y is nothing but 1 by 2 into 1 by y. 1 by 2 into 1 by y is 1 by 2y. So it's 1 by 2 into, we have called 1 by x as A and 1 by y as B. So 1 by 2b, 1 by x is A, 1 by y is B. So 1 by 2b is equal to 2. On taking the LCM here, you will get 2a plus b is equal to 4. Please take the common denominator 2. So 2a plus b is equal to, on cross multiplying 2 into 2, 4. So these are the two equations. You need to solve these two equations and find the values of x and y. You can see the working here. So on solving the two equations, we find the values of b and a. And we know that 1 by y is b. So you know all this, children. We have finished this chapter, so you know all this. So b is 1, so y is 1. A is 3 by 2, which means x is 2 by 3. And the value of x square y cubed will be x squared 2 by 3 the whole square, y cubed 1 cubed, which is 4 by 9. Which is 4 by 9. How many of you went wrong in constructing the equation, children, in A and B, or whatever variables you've used, maybe U and V or whatever? Please tell me. Honestly, tell me, have you got these equations correctly? 2a plus 3b is 6. 2a plus b is equal to 4. Or you went wrong here itself? Mostly the second equation you could have gone wrong. You would have written 2b. So if you've gone wrong here, please realize your mistake. It's not 2b, it is 1 by 2b. It's 1 by 2b. Am I audible, children?
Yes, ma'am. Those who have not got the answer, please make a note of the equations. Please make a note of the equations. You may complete it later. X is 2 by 3, y is 1. Work the sixth one. Write on the sixth question. The sixth question, 3, 4, and 5 are from quadratic equations. We'll take them up later once we do this chapter. 3, 4, 5 quadratic equations. So we'll ignore it for now. Sixth one. 2 years ago, Salim was thrice as old as his daughter. 6 years later, he will be 4 years older than twice her age. 4 years older than twice her age. How old are they now? Write on the question first. All of you take Salim's age as X and the daughter's age as Y.
so that we have uniformity in constructing the equations. Please take Salim's age as X. Salim as X and daughter as Y. Salim X, daughter Y. Yes, construct the equations. Solve and tell me their ages. Yes, is it over? Have you got the equations?
Ma'am, Salim's age is 38 years and daughter's age is 14 years.
Very good. Who is this?
Ma'am, Priya, ma'am.
Priya. Very good, Priya. Can I have
Yes,
your
ma'am.
equations? Priya, can I have your equations?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Condition number 1, x minus 2 equal to 3 of y minus 2, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So the equation from that is
Condition x minus 3y plus 4 equal to 0, ma'am.
okay.
Condition 2, x plus 6 equal to 2 of y plus 6 plus 4, ma'am.
Very good. And the equation is?
And x minus 2y equal to 10.
Very good. Good, good, Priya. So Salim's present age is 38 years and the daughter's present age is 14 years. That's right. So let Salim's present age be X years, daughter's present age be Y years. So now they're talking about their ages. Some condition is given about their ages 2 years ago. It's given that Salim's age 2 years ago was 3 times his daughter's age 2 years ago. See here, this is given to us. I've written the same thing in words. This is given to us in the question. I've constructed the same thing as an equation. See here, Salim's age 2 years ago was meaning equal to. Is, was, all that means equal to. Salim's age 2 years ago was 3 times, meaning 3 into. Daughter's age at that time, 2 years ago. This is what is given to us. This is what is given to us. Salim's age 2 years ago was means equal to.
is, was, will be, all that means equal to past, present, future, was, is, will be, all that stands for the equal to sign. So Salim's age 2 years ago was 3 times, so 3 into his daughter's age at that time, 2 years ago. Now substitute. This is Salim's present age. So what would have been his age 2 years ago? X minus 2. Daughter's age 2 years ago, y minus 2. 3 times 3 into. That's it. So this is the equation. Open the bracket, simplify. And here you have x minus 3y is equal to minus 4. Please write down in case you have not got it. Please write down. See, you are given time to copy the question. Try the answer. In case you have not got it, please write down. Finish your work in the class itself. All right. Next what? After 6 years. Now there's in the second part of the question, there is some information. There's some condition between their ages after 6 years. Salim's age after 6 years will be, see, will be means equal to. Salim's age after 6 years will be means equal to. So Salim's age after 6 years will be 4 more than what? Twice his daughter's age. 4 more than something. 4 more than what? Twice his daughter's age. So 4 more meaning plus 4. 4 more than what? Twice his daughter's age. So twice daughter's age after 6 years plus 4. 4 more than twice his daughter's age at that time. See, when you say you want 4 more than something, right? You want 4 more than what? So that's what you should write first. 4 more than twice the daughter's age at that time. This is given as it is, it's given in the question. Salim's age after 6 years will be means equal to 4 more than, meaning plus 4. Will be 4 more than plus 4. 4 more than twice his daughter's age. So 2 into his daughter's age after 6 years, at that time, after 6 years. So Salim's age after 6 years will be 4 more than twice his daughter's age after 6 years. His present age is x. So after 6 years, x plus 6. Daughter's present age is y. So after 6 years, y plus 6. And then this 4 more than, so plus 4, twice his daughter's age. So 2 into y plus 6. That's it. So now open the bracket. And here's the second equation. Solve the 2 equation and get the values of x and y. X 38, y 14. I'll give you a minute time. Completed. Yes. Seventh one, children. Next is the 7th one. Write on the 7th question. Please write down the 7th question. The time taken by a person to cover 150 kilometers was 2.5 hours more than the time taken in the return journey. Well, not the 7th one, children, the 8th one. Sorry, just a minute. This one, children, the 8th one. A man walks a certain distance with a certain speed. If he walks half a kilometer an hour faster, he takes 1 hour less. But if he walks 1 kilometer an hour slower, he takes 3 more hours. He takes 3 more hours. Find the distance covered by the man and his original rate of walking, meaning the speed of walking. You should find the distance covered by the man and his original rate of walking. So since the distance between the two places is fixed, and the information is given about the varying information is about the speed and time. Let's assume for speed and time. I'll tell you how we have seen a question like this. Let's anyways recall. I'll read the question again for you. See here, a man walks a certain distance with a certain speed. If he walks half a kilometer an hour, that is the speed, children. Half a kilometer an hour, that means half kilometer per hour. That's a speed there. If he walks half a kilometer per hour faster, so that means if his original speed is x, then his new speed is x plus half. Please understand that. If his original speed is x kilometer per hour, if his original speed of walking is x kilometer per hour, his new speed is x plus half. He takes 1 hour less. So if he actually takes y hours, see, if his actual speed is x, his new speed is x plus half. If his actual time taken is y, his new time taken is y minus 1, because he takes 1 hour less. So y minus 1. Now I think you're able to recall the situation. So let us assume the original speed as x kilometer per hour and the original time taken as y hours. So when you know speed and time, how do you find distance? Distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is speed into time. See here, the two things given here are about speed and time. Speed more, then some time taken less. So let us assume the speed and time. Let the speed be x, the actual speed be x. Let the actual time taken be y. Children, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, so let us
Yes,
assume
ma'am.
speed. Thank you, children. Let's assume the speed and time. So let the original speed of walking be x. Let the actual time taken be y. So now read the question further. If he walks 1 kilometer an hour slower, again speed, that is 1 kilometer per hour, speed slower, he takes 3 hours more. He takes 3 more hours. Yes, now recall, we've discussed this earlier. Now once you find the actual speed and the actual time, you can find the distance, because distance is speed into time. Yes, children, start working. Write down the question first. So take speed as x kilometer per hour and the time as y hours, so that we have uniformity and it's easy to discuss the answers.
Yes, please start working. I told you why we are assuming for speed and time. Because in the question, these two factors, these two quantities, speed and time, are altered. Speed is equal to distance by time. In this formula, the three quantities are, or the three elements are speed, distance, and time. And you know, when you find two of them, you can find the third one. When you find speed and time, you can easily find the distance. And here in this answer, we are assuming for speed and time because in the question, there is some information regarding speed and time. See here, the speed more than time less. Here the speed is less, so the time taken is more. So the information there is about the speed and time, the varying speed and time. So we'll assume the actual speed is x kilometer per hour and the actual time taken is y hours. Yes, what are the equations? You must have got at least the first equation by now.
X minus 1.
X minus 1.
Equal to -1.
Minus, ma'am, minus 2x plus y equal to 1.
Was it Parkave or Harshita? Okay, yeah, that's right, Parkavi. Minus 2x plus y is equal to 1. You're right. Children, flip back a few pages in your tuition notebook. We have worked similar situations.
Ma'am, second equation is 3x minus y equal to 3.
Very good. 3x minus y is equal to 3, Parkavi. Very good. You see here, let the original rate of walking, meaning the original speed of walking be x kilometers per hour, and let the original time taken be y hours. And we know that distances, as we understood, when we know two of them, when you know the speed and time, you don't have to assume the distance because you can easily find distance using speed into time. So x into y, xy kilometers. So the distance is xy kilometers. We are assuming the rate of walking, that is the speed is x kilometers per hour, and the original time taken as y hours. This we understood. We also understood why we should take speed and time as x and y. Okay, so now that we have assumed for the speed and time, you can easily find the distance. Speed into time, x into y, x into y kilometers, because distance, so kilometers, x kilometer per hour. So distance should be expressed in kilometers and time in hours. Now what's the first case? We know that speed, the new speed into the new time taken is the same distance, will not be the new distance, because it is for the same distance he's talking. For the same distance, when he increases the speed for the same distance, to cover the same distance, when he increases his speed by half a kilometer, he takes 1 hour less. So this new speed into the new time taken will be the same distance xy. The distance will not change. To complete the same, to cover the same distance, when he increases his speed by half a kilometer per hour, he takes 1 hour less. So what is this new speed into the new time taken? New speed into new time is not new distance, it's the same distance xy. So speed, we know that speed into time is the distance. We know that speed into time will give you the distance. This is the new speed, original speed plus half a kilometer per hour, plus half. This is the new time taken, y minus 1, because he's taking 1 hour less. When he increases his speed, he takes 1 hour less. So the new speed into the new time taken is the actual distance xy is equal to the actual distance, because speed into time is equal to distance. So work this and you have this equation in x and y. And this is the second one. This is the new speed, children. His original speed is his actual speed, or the usual speed is x kilometer per hour. If he walks 1 kilometer per hour, if he reduces his speed by 1 kilometer per hour, if his speed is 1 kilometer per hour less, that means x minus 1 is the new speed. Then he takes 3 hours more. So that means the original time taken is y, but since he has reduced his speed, he takes 3 hours more. So y plus 3 is the new time taken. The new speed is x minus 1, 1 kilometer per hour less. New time taken is original time taken y plus 3, because he takes 3 hours more, 3 more hours, y plus 3. So now this new speed into the new time taken is the same distance xy. So with this, you get another equation x and y. You can see xy on either side gets cancelled. When you open the bracket, x into y is xy. Xy on either sides gets cancelled. Xy on either sides gets cancelled. So I'm not showing you the next slide because it has the next answer. So these are the two equations. Solve and find the values of x and y.
And speed is 4 kilometers per hour and time is 9 hours and the distance is 36 kilometers.
Yeah, that's good. Very good. Very good. All of you, please complete it. I'll wait for 5 minutes. Please read the question again. See if you have to ask me anything. Please read the question slowly.
You should not read to complete reading. You should read to understand. We read the question to understand the information. Don't run through the question. Finish reading. If you finish reading, you should have understood the information. And if you have understood the information, it's definitely easy to work the answer. The three quantities are speed, distance, and time. We have assumed x and y for speed and time because in the question, the speed and time are altered. If half a kilometer speed more than 1 hour time less, speed and time, they are altered. Speed and time. We don't assume the distance because when you know speed and time, why should you assume distance? Distance is speed into time, x into y, xy kilometers. See the next one. Comment on the nature of the lines. Comment on the nature of the lines given by the system of equations. We have two sub questions there. Complete both and then we'll see the answers. You don't have to solve the equations, children. It is not solved. Please read the question. Comment on the nature of the lines. You just have to comment. You don't have to solve for x and y. Comment on the nature of the lines given by the system of equations. So you can see two sub questions. So in the first one, you have a pair of linear equations. Here also in the second one, we have a pair of linear equations. You need to comment how the lines will behave. Each of this equation represents a straight line. This is a linear equation, x and y represents a straight line. This also represents a straight line. You need to comment if the lines will be parallel or intersecting or coincident. Please write down the question, work it, we'll see the answer. Also be ready with your graph book or graph sheets, children. Next up is graph.
Just 2 more minutes. Finish it. Class, use the emoji. Raise your hands. Yes, quickly. Are you all at your desk?
Ma'am, can you show the question? 1 second.
1 second, Srinivasan. Yeah, I'll get back to that slide. Sudarshan, are you there? Adi, Ravya? Very good. Sudarshan, hello. Hi, Sudarshan. All right, that's good. Very good. All right, children, that's nice. All of you are at your desk. So happy to see learn that. Let's get back.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, for first one, the two equations are same, ma'am.
Use a technical term, right? Use a term from the chapter. Yeah, recall the terms.
First one, coincidence.
Okay. Okay, we'll just wait for the others also.
ma'am, the lines are coincident, ma'am.
Yeah, so somebody said for the first one, the lines are coincident, and the second one, somebody was about to say, second one. Am I audible, children?
Yes, ma'am. Second one, intersecting.
Second one,
Intersecting.
Intersecting lines. Okay. Second one, intersecting lines, and the first one, coincident lines. Yes, others in the class, please participate. How do we comment?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, how do we comment on the nature of the lines? We should not solve. You need not solve for X and Y. Don't solve. Don't make a graph. You're not asked to make a graph. You're not asked to make a graph, so you don't have to make the graph. You don't have to solve for X and Y. You just have to give your comment. You can see a pair of, in the first question, the first sub question, you can see a pair of linear equations. You can see a pair of linear equations. This one is a straight line. The second equation also represents a straight line. So we have two straight lines. Are these two straight lines parallel, intersecting, or coincident? So how will we find that? By using what?
Ma'am, ma'am.
By using?
Coefficients, ma'am.
No, more clearly. Coefficients. More clearly. What are you finding? You're finding what?
Ratios, ma'am.
Very good. No, what do you find? That's what ratios are you finding? Yes, class. We find some ratios. Name the ratios.
Ratios of coefficients.
No, tell me like A1. Tell me using A1 and all that. What ratios are you finding? See, when you worked it, you should also know what you worked and how to explain, right? My question is, you found some ratios. What ratios have you found?
A1 by
A1
A2.
by
A1 by
A2.
A2 equal to B1 by B2 is not.
Yeah, you're finding ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2, and C1 by C2. What are A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2? Dyadi? Coefficients. So you're finding what? The ratio of the coefficients. You're finding the ratio of the coefficients. What are we finding? We are finding A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. Who are A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2? They are all the coefficients. They're all coefficients. A1, B1, C1 are coefficients in the first equation. A2, B2, C2 are coefficients in the second equation. What are we finding? We are finding A1 by A2. What is that? Ratio of the coefficients. Ratio of the coefficients. So by using the ratio of the coefficients, by comparing the ratio, by comparing the ratios of the coefficients, we conclude. Okay. Yes. Tell me if I'm right. Yeah, the earlier answer, children. So the earlier one, as someone said, X is 4 and Y is 9, and which means the original speed is 4 kilometers per hour. The original time taken is 9 hours, and the distance is speed into time. 4 into 9, 36 kilometers. 36 kilometers. So from the first equation, I've written out A1, B1, and C1. You all have the equations with you. The coefficient of X, the coefficient of Y, and the constant in the first equation. The coefficient of X, the coefficient of Y, and the constant in the second equation. So I have written out the coefficients. I'm sure you've done the same. Then the ratio of the coefficients. You should find A1 by A2. You must find B. You cannot write A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. I'm sure some of you have done that. You should not. How can you write? We don't know. We don't know if they're equal. We don't know if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. We don't know. So you should find the ratio separately. See, this presentation is important.
Don't be happy just because you were able to comment. No, every part of the working is important. You should first identify the coefficients like this A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. After that, you should find the ratio separately. What is A1 by A2? 6. What is B1 by B2? 6. What is C1 by C2? 6. So we see that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2, which this is possible only when the system of equations have infinitely many solutions. That means the lines are coincident. This is possible only when the system of equations have infinitely many solutions, which means the equations represent coincident lines. Your presentation should be like this. You shouldn't have written straight away A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, or something like A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. You don't know that. That's what you should find, which means you should work the ratio separately. Find A1 by A2, find B1 by B2, find C1 by C2. Find the ratio separately like this. Find the ratio separately like this. Now observe the answers. What are the answers? All are equal. All the ratios are equal, which means the lines are coincident. Same thing in the second one. I've first written out the values of A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. See, again, not sometimes, sorry, discipline is always important. So you should spend the 30 seconds to write these things. You spend the 30 seconds to write this, you will get your answer also correctly. First write what A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 are. Then find the ratio. What is A1 by A2? See, this is A1 divided by A2. A1 divided by A2. And you know how to continue. So 4 by 3. This is minus 3 by 4. So this itself is enough. You find A1 by A2, you find B1 by B2. You see that they are not equal. You don't have to find C1 by C2. You don't have to find C1 by C2 at all. You don't have to find C1 because you can see A1 by A2 is 4 by 3. B1 by B2 is minus 3 by 4. Straight away, they're not equal. That means they have a unique solution. That means they have a unique solution. You don't have to find C1 by C2. Because A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, the given system of equations represent intersecting lines because they have a unique solution. They represent intersecting lines. Please complete in case you haven't. I'll keep the slide visible for 5 minutes, children. Please complete. Your presentation of the answer should be like this. It should be like this. If there's any deviation, please make a note of this answer.
Is my screen visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please take down the first one. Work the first one. Please take the first one. X minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. Obtain the lines represented by the above equations on the same graph paper. Obtain the lines, meaning get the lines. Get the lines represented by the above equations. How do you obtain the lines? So make the XY table, plot the points and get the lines. Get the lines represented by the above equations on the same graph paper. Shade the triangle bounded by the 3 lines. Also write out the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. Yes, have you all taken the question? I just need to unshare. I just need to stop presenting. I have to find a file. I'm not able to find it. Please take down the first question, which you see.
Yes, ma'am. Taken.
Finished writing, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll just stop presenting for some time. I just need to find the file. Should I wait for anybody here? Please tell me if you have not written the question. I'll wait.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, ma'am, completed, ma'am.
All right, yeah. I've shared my screen, children. Visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry to bother you with the same questions, sorry. I hope you've started making the graph. Once you get the first line, just let me know. The first line on your graph paper, once you get the first line, the straight line represented by the first equation, let me know.
Ma'am, I got my first line.
Yeah. Tell me, where does the line cut the, okay, no. Does your line cut the first and the second? Oh, I'm sorry. Does the graph of the first equation cut the x and y axis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At which point does the line cut the x axis? Which point?
Minus 1.
Tell me the coordinates of the point.
X is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, ma'am.
Please tell me the coordinates of the point where
0, 1.
0, 1, ma'am.
No, children, see, your answer is right, but that's for a different question. My answer is, where does the line cut the x-axis?
Minus 1, 0.
Comma 0, minus 1, comma 0. Just minus 1 is incorrect. Minus 1, comma 0. So the graph of the first equation, this equation, x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. X minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. The straight line of this equation cuts the x-axis at minus 1, comma 0. Where does it cut the y-axis? Where does it cut the y-axis?
0, 1.
0, 1. That's right. 0, 1. Does the point 6, 7 lie on the line? Does the point 6, 7 lie on the first line?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You should extend your line, children. Please extend. It's a line. It's not a line segment. It's a line. So you can be very liberal. You can pull the line on both the sides and then answer this question. Does the point 6, 7 lie on the graph of this equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if you have if your line cuts the x-axis at minus 1, 0, y-axis at 0, 1, and if this point 6, 7 lies on the line, your graph line is correct. I'll also show you how the graph looks, but since we have all the 3 lines on it, I don't want to show you now. Yes, so if you've got all this, the first line is correct. Do the second one.
Ma'am, I completed the second line.
You completed the second one? Okay, so no, I think we'll be disturbing the others also. Let's just wait for 5 more minutes. Let's just give others also time to finish.
You complete. Go ahead, Srinivasan. Please go ahead. Complete the graph fully.
Ma'am, I found out the vertices.
You found the vertices? I still want to wait for 5 more minutes, Srinivasan. Nice that you finished. Please wait. You
Can I
can
share?
yeah, you can maybe take down the second question and start working that. Yes, you can do that.
Completed graph 2, ma'am.
Graph 2, yeah. No, as I said, some more time. 2 minutes. Yeah, Shreya's shared her graph on WhatsApp. Good, Shreya, your graph is right, but pull the line, pull the first line even more. Let it intersect the x-axis.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, and also shade the triangle. I'm not able to make out the triangle. Please shade the triangle.
Okay.
Yeah. Srinivasan, your graph is right. Good. Shreya, y is equal to 0 is the equation of which is a straight line, Shreya, represented by the equation y is equal to 0. Please think about it. No, please think about that. You've not understood the equation y is equal to 0 correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. Shakti, you missed to see this information. See here on the same graph paper. On the same graph paper, I think you've made the lines on different graph papers.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you need to make the graph on the same XY axis, same graph paper. You
Okay.
made the, yeah, okay. Also, both the lines, there is some mistake. Maybe you've gone wrong in plotting or something, Shakti. So please check.
Ma'am, for first question, I have taken opposite of that, ma'am, so that it is opposite.
Okay. But anyways, you have to correct it, okay?
Okay.
So Srinivasan is right. Shreya has to, yes, you have to understand y is equal to 0. What about the others?
Ma'am,
Okay. Very good, Priya. Very neat work also.
Yes, ma'am.
Your graph is right. Srinivasan, your graph also is very neat. So 2 of them have got it right completely. Okay, I think it's time to see the answer. Here you can see the lines, children. So this is the straight line. The first equation represents x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0 is given by this straight line. And then 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. This is given by this straight line. So see here, this line should intersect the x-axis at -1, 0 and the y-axis at 0, -1. If you can see the first line, cut the x and y-axis at these two places, then your graph is right. The second line cuts the y-axis at this point 0, 6, and it cuts the x-axis at 4, 0. So if you have your line like this, you're right. The second line should cut the x-axis at here at this point 4, 0, and the y-axis at 0, 6. Now what about y is equal to 0, children? What about y is equal to 0? What is y is equal to 0? It is the
Line on x-axis.
It is the equation of the y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis itself. X-axis is a straight line. X-axis is a straight line. Y-axis is a straight line. Y is equal to 0. Yeah, on the x-axis, y is always 0. See, like this point is 1, 0. This is 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0. Every point on the x-axis has its y coordinate as 0. What about the address of this point? -7, 0. The y coordinate is 0. Y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis itself. And x is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. Because on the y-axis, x is always 0. Like if you take this point, the address of this point is 0, 8. 0, 8. The address of this point is 0, or the coordinates of this point are 0, 3. Down here, 0, -2. X is always 0. On the y-axis, x is always 0. X is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. Y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis. You've seen this in standard 9.
Yes.
Y is equal to 0. Yeah, y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis itself. X-axis is a straight line. Y-axis is also a straight line. So they are also given by some linear equations. On the x-axis, the y coordinate is always 0. So y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis. On the y-axis, if you take any point, if you take this point, the address is 0, 4. 0, 4, the x coordinate is 0. Now this one is 0, 9. This point is 0, 9. I'm using the pointer. 0, 9. X coordinate is 0. X is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. Now we have to shade the triangle bounded by the two lines and the line y is equal to 0. And the line y is equal to 0. That means and the x-axis. We'll have to shade the triangle bounded by the two lines and the x-axis because y is equal to 0. So x-axis. So you can see here. So this is the triangle. This is the triangle contained by the two lines and the x-axis. This is the triangle contained by the two lines and the x-axis. So see here, these are the two lines and the x-axis. So this is a segment of the x-axis. This is a segment of one line. This is the segment of the other line. And the coordinates are 2, 3, -1, 0 and 4, 0. Of course, to get the lines, you'll have to plot 3 points. You'll have to make the XY table. We have to create the XY table, plot the points and join to get the lines.
Can you see my screen, children?
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please take down the fourth question. Please take down the fourth question. Four chairs and 3 tables cost rupees 2,100. And 5 chairs and 2 tables cost rupees 1,750. Find the cost of 1 chair and 1 table graphically. Graphically. Do that.
Ma'am, I completed the second question and have shared the answer.
Yeah. I just found it. I'll see. Children, please make use of this table. You're supposed to do this. Please complete these tables. Make the equations. Read the question, construct the equations. Take the cost of 1 chair as X and 1 table as Y. Get the equations and complete these tables to make the graph.
Ma'am, which is X and which is Y?
And the first one is X and the second one is Y. The first one, the cost of 1 chair is X and 1 table is Y. Once you get the equations, please tell me your equations.
Four X plus 3Y is 2,100 and 5X plus 2Y is 1,750.
Very good. Yeah. Complete the table and tell me the values. Your equations are right, Srinivasan. Please complete the table, all of you.
If X is equal to 0, Y is equal to 700.
For the first equation, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
When X is 0, Y is?
700.
Very good. And when Y is 0, X is?
It's coming in fraction.
No.
If Y is equal to 0, X is equal to 525, ma'am.
525. Yes.
Yes.
When Y is 0, X is 525. So 1 chair, X rupees, 4 chairs, 4X rupees. 1 table, Y rupees. 3 tables, 3Y rupees. Total cost is 2,100, which means 4X plus 3Y is equal to 2,100. Similarly, 5X plus 2Y is equal to 1,750.
Ma'am, when X is 0 and y is 875, ma'am, for second
Yeah.
question.
If
Yes.
y is equal to 0, x is equal to 350, ma'am.
Very good. Both are right. Very good. 875 and 350. Good. Now tell me how you choose your scale on the x and y axis. That is what is important.
Ma'am, can we take as 100?
Yes, you can take it as 100. Yes. X axis 1 centimeter is equal to 100 units. So the scale is what is very important here. What I suggest is you must, secretly solve the equations and get the values of x and y. So that means you should make sure that your graph lines intersect at that point. Now, for example, just for example, say on solving you get x50 and y100, just for example. Just for an example, on solving, you must see, you have to find the answer graphically, but you just solve it algebraically, solve the two equations algebraically and get the values. And on solving, supposing x is 50 and y is 100, that means 50, 100. The two graph lines must intersect at the point 50, 100. So you can make sure that they meet there. If you get x50 and y100 on solving algebraically, that means your graph lines, the two lines must intersect at the point 50, 100. 50, 100. So I suggest you solve it algebraically, get the answers so that you can, make sure that you've got the graph correctly. Yes, I'll give you 10 minutes time. Just plot these 2 points, it's enough. Whatever you got from the table, plot these 2 points and get the lines. Okay, Shakti, I've shared your earlier graph. It's correct. It looks correct, but the thing is, you need to produce them. They're not line segments, they're lines. So please produce it and use arrows on either ends.
Okay.
Yeah. Srinivasan, that second one which you tried, one of your equations is incorrect. X minus y is equal to 20 is fine, but x plus y is not 120. Look into that. Maybe
Okay.
later. Yeah, maybe later. Yeah. Priyadarshini, good. Your graph is correct. Your earlier graph is right. Good. Very, very neat work, Thirunesh. Your graph is so neat. My God.
Very well done. Very nice, Tirunesh. It's right. Okay. So quickly got the graph from Shakti. Let's see, Shakti, if your graph is right. But can you just make a note of the point of intersection? Where do they meet?
Okay.
Yeah. Just read from the graph where they meet. Make a note of that. We'll see the answer. Some students' mic is enabled. Kindly, all of you look into your devices. Please disable your mic. Arkavi, please disable your mic.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, they meet at 175, 375. This coordinate. 175 and 375, ma'am, approximately.
175 and 37. Yeah, that word approximately is perfect. Yes, because we cannot make out 175 and 375 in the graph.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I don't know if it's right. I'm just telling you. Let me see. Mostly when they ask you to solve a word problem graphically, the solution will be like you will be able to find the exact value on the graph paper. Only such questions will be given. Like this one where, in case the cost is 175 and 375, whatever you told me, such questions may be asked to solve algebraically, not graphically, because it's difficult to get that exact solution. So in that sense, your answer looks incorrect. Your graph lines may be incorrect. Because you must get answers like 100, 150 or 200, 350, 400, something like that, either in hundreds or in 50s. Mostly the questions are designed like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just check your graph again. Okay. Have you all finished? Shall I show you the graph, children? Nobody shared the answer.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
shared.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ma'am, I have also shared, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't want to see. I'll just see. Yeah. Srinivasan, perfect. Oh, I really envy you people. You people make the graph so quickly. How nice. Very good. Shreya and Srinivasan, good. Parkavi. Yes. Srinivasan, Shreya and Parkavi, they've shared their graphs. All of them have got it right. Srinivasan is getting perfectly 150, 500 as the point of intersection. Shreya, close to perfection, not perfect, close to perfection, because you're not getting it on, 150 and 500 exactly. There is slight deviation. Parkavi is also. Your lines are not meeting at 150, 500. So that accuracy is missing. Your graphs are right, all the three of you, but Srinivasan has done it accurately. So children, this is the reason why we have to solve the two equations algebraically. Find out please listen to this carefully. When you have to find the answer graphically, it's better we solve the equations algebraically and get the solution set. So in this case, it is 150, x is 150 and y is 500. So 150, 500 is the point. See, on solving the two equations algebraically, x is 150 and y is 500. That means the two lines will meet at the point 150, 500. So you know that, right? So you can make sure that your lines pass through this point. In fact, you can even plot this point. This is the best way. You can plot that, you know that both the lines should pass through this point 150, 500. So what you can do is you can just mark off that point on the graph paper. Mark that point 150, 500. 150, 500. Mark that point on the graph paper and make sure that both the lines pass through that point. Then obviously they'll intersect there. So you don't have to redo the graph or, for precision, like you may have got it right, but they might not be meeting exactly at 150, 500. Then you may have to redo the graph for precision. So you don't have to do that. If you find it algebraically, you can save that time and effort. You should just mark off that point 150, 500 on the graph paper and make sure that both. So you've plotted 2 points, or you may have plotted 3 points. So this is the fourth point 150, 500. Make sure that your lines pass through this point 150, 500. Then obviously they will intersect at 150, 500. I had to make this PPT in a hurry today, so I had to just hurry up. Couldn't make it, very neatly. Just look at this. I'm sure the numbers on the x-axis and y-axis are not visible, so I'm reading it for you. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and so on. Here also, so scale 1 centimeter is 100 units on both the axes. And you can see it here. They should exactly meet at 150. See here. So children, you should drop a perpendicular. So you should draw this perpendicular on the x-axis and the perpendicular on the y-axis, like this. From the point of intersection, drop a perpendicular on the x-axis and the y-axis. To read the values, the two lines meet here. The two lines meet here. The two lines meet here. So from that point, drop a perpendicular to the x-axis and the y-axis. Read the values 150, 500. 150, 500. So the cost of one chair is
150 rupees, and one table is 500 rupees. So here 525, 700, 350 and 875. The rest of the questions which you saw in the earlier paper and this paper, I shall be sharing it with you. Kindly complete this as weekend assignment. Kindly complete. So we finished of the 4 questions, we've only finished the last one. So 1, 2 and 3, I'll share the questions, complete this. And in the other test papers also, we had, I think, some 2, 3 questions to be done. I'll share all of them, complete them as a weekend assignment. So that's it for today's class, children. If you have any questions, please stay back. Else you may leave the meeting. Thank you. Yeah, and Ravya and I think Shivani, both of you had texted me that your marks were not entered. Let me just look into that. Please excuse me for the same because it happens, human error. Maybe I just missed out on your names. Let me just look into the portal again and, resend the results.
Ma'am,
Ravya,
mine also, ma'am.
Shreya.
Yes,
Shreya, your
ma'am.
name was not there in that particular test. Okay, just text me again, Shreya. Please text me again. Let me just look into it and, get back to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you. Thank you, children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, children.
Thank you.